What is up, everybody? I've been away for a couple weeks. My bad. I know that's not how you grow a YouTube channel, but I just moved from Pennsylvania to Northern California, and my capture device went under. So, luckily, though, I did have this gameplay of my favorite game, which is just put on backwards compatible a couple weeks ago. It's called Shadowrun. It's such a sick game, and I just want to go over what it is, because you can get this game fairly cheap. You can play bots, and I think there's still a couple people. It takes a little bit, but there's still people playing it. So, if you never played during the heyday, you missed out. This game is dirt cheap now, like I said. You can get it between a buck for a disc only, or I think like $5. Don't go to GameStop. GameStop is trying to charge you like 15 or 20. So whatever. The game is like Counter-Strike had a kid with World of Warcraft, and it's great. Let me explain. It's kind of like Counter-Strike because you buy the weapons, technology, like uses like grenades or like gliders, and magic, which as you're going to be seeing me use teleport, and you're going to see some trees pop up. Those are trees of life, which actually give you health back. Or you respawning, teleport, and so on and so forth. In this game, just like Counter-Strike, when you die, you don't respawn. You can get resurrected, but that costs mana, and somebody's got to do it. And typically there was somebody that would just specifically play an elf respawner, or a res. As long as your body wasn't destroyed, you could be brought back. I forget how many times you could die and then be brought back. Also, like, you'd also be like, have a guy, you'd shoot a body. It wasn't bad manners to do so. It was actually part of the gameplay, which is pretty funny. You used a mana bar for like the magic, as well as some of the technology, depending on the race you used. It'll be on the left side in those little circle blips. There were 4 races, each with different mana pool. You had the troll. He had the most HP, which is great. Obviously, he's a big tank. You're gonna see him. He had a huge defensive buff. When he was hurt, he would slow down, but he would have like the least essence. His skin would harden, is how the game put it. So that's where the defense buff came from. Then you had an elf. I loved elf. I mixed time between troll and elf back in the day. He was a glass cannon. High essence is what mana was called. The essence recharged faster. Could heal, just because he had so much of it to use. He was super fast. He was faster than the other races, but he had like paper thin HP, which kind of sucks. So he was typically sitting in the back, sniping away with the rifle, which is one of my favorite guns of all time, was the rifle. Next, yeah, the dwarf. He was a real troll. It's pretty funny. He was more so than the troll itself. He was immune to headshots. I don't know why they made him immune to headshots. Above the elf, he had the most essence, which is kind of weird. He steals essence from other players. He recharged faster by being next to his teammates, and then he would actually not steal their essence, but he would just recharge faster. It was an interesting little choice. But when he was next to opponents, he would actually steal theirs. Like, it would make it easier to kill trolls. But he was just, I think he was actually the slowest when it came to regen. Like, if he was alone, he wasn't generating health at all, which kind of sucked. That's why in a lot of like the old MLG stuff, which you can still find on YouTube, the quality isn't there because it was what, like 8 or 9 years ago, but it was still awesome. There was no essence penalty for the humans, so let me get into the humans. Humans were pretty awesome. There was no essence penalty for using technology with the humans. They were a very, just because they're humans, I guess in the real world didn't use magic. I don't know, you tell me. But they start out with the most money at the beginning of the rounds. Didn't use the essence bar for using like a glider or whatnot. Like if you used it with another race, obviously they would be using it. Overall, he was just pretty average, which is pretty funny. You could share money. This was big because back at the beginning of the game, no one really saw this. This wasn't a big thing in Counter-Strike yet. It was cool. You could save between teammates. It could really help you out if you had a teammate that was sucking and he couldn't buy any weapons. You just threw him a couple bucks and he was good to go. At least, not good to go because he was obviously sucking, but he had a fighting chance. He wasn't just stuck with a single pistol. The game was very tough. It had a real steep learning curve. The game was by no means easy. Decent players knew tricks to gain advantage fast, such as like the glider, teleport. Or my personal favorite with like the grenades was using grenade and a magic ability called Gust, which you could use to throw it like all the way across the map and hit spawn. It was awesome. You actually had to be good with the sniper and the rockets of all things. The rockets were pretty expensive, and you really couldn't get any kills with it. Quick scoping was not a thing with the sniper rifle. It was a tough game. It was a very tough game, and I think that's what turned away a lot of people. It was a great game, though. I highly recommend just picking it up and just seeing it, because it is dirt cheap. Guys like Walshy and Ogre 2 were like top players. Some of the bots in the game, you're going to see like EXT. Those were some of the top pros, and that's what the developers put in. A lot of people don't like this game because it's not traditional Shadowrun. If you don't know, Shadowrun is Super Nintendo and a tabletop game, kind of like Dungeons & Dragons. But I thought it was a good game. It was very well put together. It didn't have a storyline, and it competed with Halo 3, which is, it kind of spelled the death of it. A lot of people don't know Shadowrun was in MLG, like I said. You had the God Squad of Walshy and Ogre 2 bring back their old name of STK, Shoot to Kill. They ran with a guy named One Eye and EXT. Go find the matches on YouTube. They're pretty interesting to watch. It was 4-on-4. I think the games go for like 10 minutes apiece, and you're gonna see some really high quality gameplay. Not like video quality, but like pros playing different games. Yeah, so go check it out. Go buy it. It's cheap, and hopefully they bring another one of these gems back, because I love this game and I missed it. I'm very happy that they brought it back, because I still find myself playing against the bots. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.